We are having a discussion so that it doesn't look boring. Yes, Mr. Shami. Transmission control protocol, internet what? Protocol. Now this training is not about a networking. Talk of the internet, remember the CCTV will need internet to watch remotely. You will need the IPs to be able to connect the cameras to the network, deck. Because the deck has a DHCP enabled, that's dynamic host configuration protocol enabled, which assign IP to the cameras automatically. You don't do it. Because if you are going to assign an IP to the IP cameras manually, you will be tired, my brother. You can imagine every day you have to go and then configure an IP to the camera. No. Allow the deck, which has that mechanism, to do it for you. Alright? Remember, technology or the tools are to ease our way of doing things. So we'll look at the concept. So it's transmission control protocol. There are some protocols that comes with it. You have most of the protocols as you. How many of you have heard of UDP? UDP. Shadi? Yes. How many of you have heard of? You will see that all what I'm just saying, I was just making too much talk, but it's just simple. All right. So the end network devices for communication. When we talk of nodes, don't be surprised. That's what the computers, our smartphones, and so on. Yes, they all fall within. So whenever you see an internet, then you are looking at what? TCP. TCP is a trusted one, connection oriented. But UDP is connectionless. Like it has address given to each and every device in a network. Remember, I told you what? It is what? We are not dealing with what? Networking. But let me use this opportunity. You know that I'm holding something in my hand. Hello, guys. What is this? What is this, my brother?
Camera.
What type of camera?
Camera.
Wow. Camera. It's different. I want to. This type of camera is different. This one has a network port on it. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? You see it? Okay. So please hold on to this. Just keep this. Don't do anything. Okay. I'm bringing another one. This he said is what? What did you say it was? Doom. These bullets. These are the what? The technologies that we will have to learn. This is what? Bullets. So for example, if you call Alaji, Awisu, or Jerry, or Sharif, or Majid, or Shaibu, Salim, any one of us, and you want us to help you to get any of these cameras, when you are doing an invoice for your customer, you call and say, I need 5 of what? Bullet cameras. Then I know you are talking of this. I need 10 of dome. Now these dome cameras are used for indoor, we say what? Indoor cameras. This is specifically for what? Indoor cameras. And this is for outdoor. But sometimes you often will see other installers installing this outside a building. It doesn't mean that they are wrong. It will still do the work perfectly fine. Sometimes on our work of life, the customer is always right. I don't know if you get it. When you get to the field, what you know, the book knowledge, you put it aside. But just bear in mind, the customer is your employer, and you are the employee. So what the employer tells you to do, you do it. So mostly, you see banks, they have this at the outside. But this indoor simple means that even on your porch, you can still install it. But remember, this is a dome, which is an indoor camera, and this one is outdoor camera, which is what? Bullets. And all of these two cameras are NVR. That is what? Network IP cameras. So that's the reason why we need to learn how to assign IP. We need to understand what an IP is. Because if you don't understand this, how do you then, in your proposals, when you are writing for companies, for them to give you the opportunity to work with them, how do you then explain the technologies? How do you then understand to convince them that you are really suitable for the job? That I want to share with you. This do great. I'm very impressed. I'm even loving you guys more. This is what do cameras. But do you know the interesting part of this is what? A DVR. This is what? A DVR camera. This and this are two different type of what? Circuits. These are two different types. Hello? Hello? This is an IP-based camera. This is an IP-based camera. This is non-IP-based camera. But can you still put this online? The answer is yes. Does it mean that when you install this, is it online? The answer is no. Even though it has IPs to work with, it only comes online with it works perfectly fine because of what? The protocol. And this protocol is a standard by DOD, Department of Defense. And who is DOD? DOD is a department under the USA. They came out with networking. If you go and read about the history about IP and the internet and network, you will come to understand that it was all because of the World War. They wanted to know how to defeat their enemy, so they came out with protocols to come in telegraph and whatever. So they advanced it. Now every device needs an IP to work with. And that's why we need to understand the TCP. Produce, then what do I need to do? I need to put this guy on the internet. Hey, my brothers, this is where an installer differs. This is where technology differs. This is where knowledge impact differs from one installer to another installer. In Data Systems Ghana Limited and World of Africa, what we do is a lot of us are more into the cyber security space. Before I will put a client's camera online, I need to what? Protect it. I need to do what? I need to protect it. Because if I put this online and I don't protect it, anybody who is so much interested in featuring around things on the internet can easily see my what? Camera. And imagine some people have safe in their bedrooms, so they would love to what? Watch their safe, like they have their gold, jewelries, monies, they put in there. So they want to have a camera to be what? To have a second eye on it. So imagine such kind of person, you install it, you don't protect it, and a kid somewhere, I mean, that's my bedroom, that's where I almost feel free. So I can be naked, is that not it? So imagine you allow, someone can just go and use Showdown and be able to get this IP and then be watching live feed. Tomorrow we'll do all that for you to see, so that you see the risks that comes with it. So this is an NVR IP camera, and that is a DVR. And remember I told you the brand, this is Hikvision. This is an Hikvision. And I love working with Hikvision because they are the best. I'm not doing an advert, they have not paid me to do an advert. It's very easy to work with. And when you have a problem and you have the support, they easily support you. So try to work with them. And then we also have a class B, where we have 172.130.201.107 being a perfect example of what? Class B. All these things, don't bother yourself as installers, but try to just know it, because there is a part of this our job that you need to convince your client that you know the job. That is the proposal writing. You need to put up a proposal. So as part of the training, we have included all this, so that maybe you will not say, we were not, told. At least you should have something. So if you want to do more research and want to learn more to understand networking, you can come to Data Systems Ghana Limited for what's the World of IT for us to train you guys. Okay, so there's a practical session in here that I needed to demonstrate how to assign what an IP or what I'm saying, but unfortunately it looks as if that wouldn't be able to. But like I said, data systems will always find a way of resolving a problem. Mr. Katz, can I have my motion? So, because we are not projecting, I'll just do something. So we'll just.
If you are not trained like we are about to train you right now, and all you know is just pick the camera, contract, just design it. You'll be sitting in the house and people like cats and these people sitting behind here. We can log into your house and we look every corner of your house. It is that simple. We can log into there are times we are doing training, don't tell anyone, but we can watch cameras in the US and you see what people are doing. You can zoom in to even see their number plates, everything they are doing. So if he's mentioning this theoretical part and you think it is not important, then you fall victim. You go and install a camera for somebody, tomorrow they have hacked that person's camera, and they will start asking, will that install it, will that install it you? You understand? So please, let's be very mindful. It's not really just about the money, okay? Maybe if you are here and your focus is too much about the money, you have to be careful. You do the work and you do it well. Session reminder.
Yeah, thank you.
I can see that some people are just trying to participate and then walk through. I beg you, this is a learning process. You don't have to feel too shy or scared to ask questions. Put it at the back of your mind that before you leave this facility, by the close of this event, you should have learned something new. You should be a master of this particular CCTV training. I beg you. I can see most of us are confused. I can see it. But you are scared to ask, oh, it's too theoretical, or I don't understand this. Allow him to break it down. If I explain something and you don't let me know that you do not understand, I'll assume you do. And at the end of the day, I haven't achieved my aim by imparting knowledge in you, and you have also not achieved anything. So I beg you, let's make use of this time and let us learn.
The cameras I'm talking about. I could see there are two, all dooms. This big one is doom, and then the smaller one is doom. But you didn't mention the bigger one is NVR camera, and this one is a TV camera, the smaller one. Why?
Before he answers,
Okay.
speak that man. Man, please speak. Don't feel if I'm going to speak English, I might bow or something. Speak the language you are comfortable in. Who understand? This my man here can speak 17 languages. I'm lying, but we'll try.
Yeah, I hope you get my question.
Yes, you are asking, if I get your question, this is
They are all doom
Yeah, they are all
cameras.
doom cameras.
And you said the bigger one is
This
NVR.
yes, which is an
NVR,
IP camera.
Okay.
And this
DV.
DVR.
Why?
Oh, okay. Why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it the
That's a very
connection?
good question. Break it down. You see, this camera, the technology is an IP-based camera, which means that this guy will not work on field unless you assign an IP to it. If you look at the slides that I have given you, there are some example of IPs that how to terminate this straight through cable. This is in networking, we call this straight through cable. And normally now we are using the standard B. The standard B. So you realize that this particular connector will go into this. So this will connect to this. Alright? Now before you even do that, this guy will not work even when I connect this. And then it goes straight to a PoE switch. Now you are forcing me to do small demonstration practicals. We're going to do that. So I have here with me a switch. This is what? A switch. But not just a switch, an ordinary switch. This is a PoE switch. Mostly technical people will just say, well, power on equipment. What it means is that this guy, you put a source of power, electricity, for this guy to be on. If this guy is on, with the help of this, your medium, which is a cable network, just one, something like this. So whatever power there is in this will power this guy. Are you getting the technology here? This guy, when you mount it up the ceiling, you will need to provide the power for it. So usually what we do is that these cables all will be inside the ceiling. You put this guy, like this gentleman is always our ceiling engineer. So you kind of like find a way to the ceiling, put all your cables, because number one, beauty is part of the job. If I throw out the cables anyhow, I'm going to cause damage. You realize that I was wearing my helmet, but just that the place is a little bit warm, so you pardon me. So let me just use a quick, we usually prefer you to have your safety boots, all right? Either a G-strap or a khaki, very hard. Get a very simple, and then get your reflector on your helmet, and sometimes too, with your what? Goggles, specs, or something. Please don't take this job lightly. It provides food on the table. You see that I look very plumpy, very big. Yes, at least. With all this, so we have this will go into the camera, and it has advanced. In the past, we were doing it manual. You would take your laptop, put like direct connectivity, because the technology was done in a way you could just connect to your laptop, like do some serious the MVR.
Is it equal? Like if it's inside, the range that it covers, is it the same thing as if it's outside?
I love your question.
Thank you very much.
I love your question. We have 2 megapixels cameras. We have 4 megapixels cameras. We have 5 MP, which is debatable. Some installers says it's 6 MP, some says it's still 5 MP. Either way, but the width, if you go in, for example, 2 megapixels, they will tell you the width. Remember, I don't know if you were here, I said your best ally or your best friend will be Sheikh Gogo.
I'll be very brief. I'll be very brief. First of all, let me thank the team for putting this together. Very Data Systems and my brother Iddrisu, very distinguished trainees and participants. I understand that this is the beginning and the first phase of a training program intended to empower you with IT skills. Innovation is the future, and innovation and the IT revolution will drive the world in the coming years. And therefore it's important that you acquire appropriate skills, because IT affects your way of life. Just any of you should imagine a day without a phone or a day without access to your text message. you can't leave the world today without it. You are also used to IT. And therefore, innovation is the future, and you are preparing for the world of work and for the world of the future. My personal recommendation to the resource persons and to data system will be to train you in business process outsourcing. So we'll get another dedicated funding source, which will be to train some of you with skills in BPO, business process outsourcing skills. About a decade ago, I used to be Minister for Communication. I spoke about business process outsourcing. 10 years on, Ghana has not taken full advantage of what it offers. You could be sitting here controlling the parking lot in California or Chicago, whilst the rent or what is due is paid from your laptop at a stadium, at the Aliu Muhammad Sports Stadium. That's what BPO will do for you and do for the future. So I'm recommending that very strongly. I'll raise money for us to train at least from 100 to 200 persons dedicated to business process outsourcing. So those of you who demonstrate aptitude and interest, we will identify you and train you further. I understand that today's training is specific to CCTV. Ghana, when you hear corruption at the port, it's real. Corruption at Ghana's port is real. It is done through what you call the bonded warehousing regime. What people do is that when he's clearing goods, so maybe 100 articulator trucks, he'll drive 1 or 2 articulator close to the bonded warehouse, declare 2, and then the rest will drive past. I used to be Minister for Trade and Industry. I captured this in my handing over notes as what the state should look at. So to solve the corruption at the port, I think that Ghana, we must install CCTV camera everywhere at the port, so that we know who gets what, who picks what, who pays what. And I'm further convinced that the deployment of IT and mainstreaming IT in every aspect of our national life will help combat and reduce corruption to the barest minimum. And I just give you an example. When you send a text message to this example, I've been asked not to use it. When you send a text message to your wife or to your friend, are you able to record the text message and the time you send the message? Are you able? You can't. So that's how we can check corruption. When he does a transaction, it will have been recorded on an IT platform. So traceability and evidence building becomes much more what? Easier. That's why you must mainstream IT in every aspect of our national what? Life. If there was illegal payment, unacceptable payment, it will pass through some transaction platform. So if you have IT, even procurement audit, you are auditing, you want to know at what time did the tender close. An IT system will tell you that 5:01, all tenders received after that 1 minute should be disqualified. There's not going to be a human factor or the human face to manage after 5, then he brings it at 7 p.m. or the next day. With an IT platform, when you say 5:01, it is 5:01 p.m. Then you have a cut off. Ghana needs to do more. Ghana needs to do more to mainstream ICT in our public national life. I'm one of those strongly advocating for Ghana to establish a digital innovation fund, which will look at young people, particularly the millennials, whose aptitude and enthusiasm is in IT. It is their world. I mean, believe me, my son, you have to look for him to come and eat, because he thinks that surfing is a world. He wants to be on his, once he has his iPad, he doesn't need even food to eat. But that's not responsible parenting. So for all of you to, we have to be very responsible parents, not allow them too much time and too much access to unacceptable surfing of areas they are not required to do. So even as parents, my advice is that we must take interest in what children do with the computer. We must take interest in what they do with your phones. If they take the mother's or father's iPhone, you must follow up to know what they are doing, because we need to protect online access by children to areas that the age requirement is strict, and it's a requirement that when you are not above 18 years, don't go to this particular site. Responsible parenting is also important. I would end it here and wish all of you very well. But as I've said, the next training opportunity will be on business process outsourcing. And then we ourselves want to invest in some IT related system and infrastructure to see how we get you employable. Part of the problem in Ghana is employability. Employability is a problem. When you say there's unemployment in Ghana, when I say the future of wealth, the future of science, the future of mathematics, all of us are still moving into research, marketing, social sciences. And your economy is not expanding to absorb people in that particular area. So a comprehensive review of the pedagogy of our universities at some point will become very necessary and very relevant. I attended Tamasco here, so those days, at that time, you know what drove me away from the science class? It was Pythagoras' theorem or anything. And I just couldn't cope with it. But don't laugh at me. He is encouraging me to speak that, but I'll leave the rest to them. God bless.
So I don't know, the graphic designer, there was a person that says a graphic designer. When you zoom the image in Photoshop to erase or something, you see that the image becomes box. Those are the pixels. So the more you have pixels concentrated in an image, it becomes more visible. So it's just saying that there are some cameras that has low pixel rates. It means that the quality is low. You can see someone pass, but you don't know who it is. If it has more pixels, you can see someone, you know who it is, what color shirt you're wearing, you even know the button was not even here, it was missing. Thank you.
So, people are you going to go?
William Bonda had Yusuf Hadija. Can you try a palsy?
Kabon Tahena, be born Tahana zone, Dapsilon, don't want the Vatican and land to one. One Tahena Kit cannot be
Hon.Haruna Iddrisu organize program. Let the cannot pass around and let you cut of Waham, Nuna Tumbangsam, Nuna Tumbangsam, Minyela, cctv installation. Tezan let the buy Wahams the Nuna Tumbangsam. The
Bangsmo and install CCTV camera. Ulaka the chanting.
The Villa Kachetan Kanamata try it best to Tonoya. To install but cham katazasa and Yinata uninstall captain CCTV cameras. Katazasa install it so to meet Plant Mountain Noya.
Poika yet cannot bohandla bansuma. I put Mila Bansambe, I Najla Bans.
My Mila Shukur Belinia money. Come on, womanly radio Nikaya Yachakang Bakanata Bohanle. Yedn't to Anton my unfine and dash it isn't Takana.
I like a yoga bohan bansuma.
The way you open shout free in Punyas, free of charge.
Young can as on by you last year.
The way you last year. But you are in yellow, some tata banzra. But
a tower ban Bambianca to Canada, Bohanla Bansuma, Ulaka Irons Antua, Alexander Kamana.
Encourage your next time, but organize la program, but I try and best Canada and join the program.
Never shall Bambia to in lay a letter Bansuma, Yala Caravan and Banley La Bansuma. You mean by Jaha will be Benley and La Bansuma, Alexander and Zantiba.
One uncle Puka Papa, Kachi, but Baba Pamba with the Bazan Sulu. With the Benyarama Zakachi, and Michelle. Cabo now understand one on Labilla, Unwakai, and Kawu who had in Changsha.
Bansam Bohamish, Yum Bohanama, the Malabukatan is Bazan Kulaka chapter down fine. Yemanian and it will Kultizan Kubukata.
The mania, the man in it is Uncle Kachi, from Bumpan on the Niroshama, so teach Anta Tom Bohanlo, take Kultizan and Tumda, and chat nearby Beyonce, so. Pray na yasma bukto di chana nirba yansata anto zurba
Bansan Liabon Dapsumuna Yaka so you have shao zin kwam dan ka nzan tiselo zan pa Honorable Haruna Iddrisu polo ni so chip shelo on kwam ma
on ko ba na encourage bazasa no kwam ba ma kwam ma ka chi won organize ban ma to ba yo ban shaw so ka tom tata bin yara pahara zuut so tum ko encourage ba mi bukana next time kula na organize she ka kwam ba man ka bakana tan
aye na yule
Hadija
ka yi fandan na
to aya palsi
ta pa pa be pro Hadija be pro antre na karbe wula
ala fi bele
ayule ne ya poloka ayina
yuli yakubu hubaida kan yana lama shaw tamalisa
bon ta ha kena so hazati ya kibele ke bon ta ha kena
honorable organizing youth empowerment program.
Honorable,
Hon.Haruna Iddrisu. Organizing youth empowerment program is entity. Ne te kanata boham cctv installation.
Ka so da ba ye bohan ya fiyan ya.
O ito bohan ya fiyan ya langa.
Ka ban sama wula ka iyan zan da kar ku bukata zantin
ya. To bona to zan lo empower to manga so that pasara tumi pasara wasa ha bakadun bunu na tumbang sam na tuma tun shebin yan tumda ba empower to shama to mama yan nangla empowered and then later on kazan listen feed it to young ones coming up
tulum mo ma kana kanala la bansama boham ya pon chem bansama shanga bohamla
no my first time in nakubono
first time mo ka kana te
anything IT
so ta le ka la bansama dafsumuna ayika izan bohan ma alaki yoka bohyan
to be yoban shaw
we cheki zan larna ka bo ya la bansama ma
free ka ko na letete free
ka yigni karamba no be ban wuya la bansama ma alexander ka man azanto
to mba no po ka pa ba ben yala nga ba gufte ben yala nga pam and program ma psilgo halen zungo nye enden ngobo bu cheka program ma no entertain pam zantete and kama ta pa bon da ba gesi a pam program ma pune ba ba ta pa ba ma chance mostly CCTV installation dabban to nan da ba ta pa ba ma chance ka ta gbazan to nu in she de to mama ne shamza ha
ka ban sama din yanga alexander kan zan ci solo bambato kana be ban wum ka bato kana ne bambo wum ka bato kana
okay
alexander kan zan ta ba
inda na suna you pam honorable the extended days ma ka mabe kam the canatin la chance share ne nyangoma because as it is right now no to nang ba no to install it CCTV nang yenga ne in vitala no many any other person yenga ba na so ne honorable the extended days ma
ban san parwu mo wa ka nya aye na na shin yare to je ka tin yare ngoma de mabukata ne azan par son zan te changla na woni ka zan par son zan te Honorable Haruna Iddrisu tama staff ya jim toramba para dambe pour dan kan zan po
oi unku bane yala Honorable Haruna Iddrisu that to puya pam kapai want to opportunity share ngoma tina jin yala lo share polo she ngono konkonye ngona to tetela chance ngoma te me di table no to nan dangar la zan tete
adwa wula ka bon bihlama yilamba ne nir kam ngumda ka yunda TV zo adwa dan ka bon so zan te
to bwana boso tenenza hasura adwa no onye patima kana into power so that tinye opportunity share ma dan garlane yipolo and kaso can benefit from it
akpan sin kom dinya zanti seloban yunda TV zo
unku bwana mposo kam kapo honorable pam no wanted opportunity share ngoma
ayulum ayena ayule
yuli yakubu hubaida kan yena lama shaw
Yeah, fine afternoon.
What's your name and why are you here?
Yeah, my name is Ibrahim Isahak. I've came here to do a Hon.Haruna Youth Empowerment Program.
What is it all about?
Yeah, I've appreciate about it. It's about CCTV camera installation. And what they taught us, I really thank God for my MP. Okay. Yeah, he's doing well for
is he your MP?
Yeah, he's not actually my MP. I'm from Tamale North, but okay. I do appreciate.
You are from Tamale North, and you are here receiving training from Hon.Haruna Iddrisu.
Yeah, that's good.
How do you feel?
I feel good because the way he's doing, he has passion in him to help all the youth in the northern region.
How long have you been trained for this particular? How many days?
Yeah, I've trained it about 2 days program, so I really appreciate.
How much did you pay then?
No, I didn't pay anything. It's
just you didn't pay any peswa for this training.
Pay any peswa. In fact, it's free. It's just free for all of us.
Have you enjoyed the training?
I've enjoyed the training, and I appreciate about the training.
You are telling us that after today you will be able to install CCTV cameras.
Very perfectly. I'll be able to install CCTV camera.
Is it your first time getting this training?
Yeah, it's true. My first time I've gotten this particular chance to go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any words for Honorable Haruna Iddrisu?
May Allah help him go ahead of where he's standing now.
Okay.
I thank God for his help to all the youth in the northern region.
So your last word to your fellow youth in the northern region?
My last word to my fellow youth is to all has to appreciate and thank God of the MP that we have in the northern region. We thank God for Allah giving him to us. We thank God.
Thank you so much. Your name once again?
Ibrahim Isaac from Tamale North.
Right, Isaac.
Yeah, from Tamale North.
But you are enjoying Tamale South.
I'm enjoying Tamale
Thank
South.
you so much.
Mbapra
Antre.
Nah.
Ka ayul bonu.
Yulum bono Alaji Baba Shop.
Alaji
Baba Shop.
Baba Shop ka yi fandin na.
Kan yi Dungu Kukuna.
Constituency de Labour.
Tamal Saf Mbalaw.
Kabon tahana zongo da ba yake.
Yalma yarunguna pilgonna ko zanga por sona po the Dorpema former minority leader and former communication. So nda ko shi maka bata yale tuma ya to ban shadin CCTV camera and to no sham and I amal ni maka na to ka to the bank sum sham so yalma yarwa tan Daniel travel no senchile tra kana
so nda kana yala be ala ko hum la po zoka
yalma yarwa nda gbala might radio so ka bra mwalma ka now you come a me parla sora ya ka trari ya yetongum lahba shema yara tunati chanta no atinya dinin nesam so tan banda mi la der register mba so kara kana kartinya yuelma
yenda kana irabi yo lashele ka training zone da baye ma alaki yo kap trainer
ay yuelun kunyal ha ba ko nyur son ban shakam zaha ban shaba muqsar ta tengoma
pour son cas exemple pa on a Haruna Iddrisu ne parce que wonti
yalma yarunguna ton talnguna shetu dumana to ko dege tanya bele ton talnguna tana ko sohra duwa tirone na on do mo ba zosa kache tan dege shamo shelngoma inshallah shabbaza mi benyanga bagbaza no to dele kache tan kana to nye shelngoma nda pombo mil ha gwa tanda kanna gba dra nda bo halanzo ma ka shukuru ya to anyale so koraya na anata ko chama na on zo tan kana tanya ni nesum shal de puni ba ka mamma ko zana pixele
kara zongo nyanga anya un die bansam den to install CCTV camera
ba ho ka na ba ho so mpunya la electrician so after kati chanta why tian why yele tian chi sam ka ye CCTV pipe no ma za ha ba so trale wo mi la ban no sham connectorle so pumpon ne zang la za pa electrician
tumbo. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, who are you?
I'm Ibrahim Sharif Alassa, Assistant Managing Director of Data Systems, Ghana Limited. Yeah.
What is Data Systems?
Data Systems is a company, an IT company, which was actually formed in the year 2012 in Accra. So we started in Accra as a small group of young guys with brilliant minds, and then we started up just with a passion, just trying to just make a difference. Yeah.
Different in the technology industry.
Yes.
So why are we here since yesterday?
Alhamdulillah, we are here because we have a man who has love for society, an entrepreneur, a politician, a father, a brother, a husband, and a very everyone's MP, as I would like to describe him. That's Hon.Haruna Iddrisu. Data Systems Ghana Limited. We we have a little bit. What was it? We observed that Honorable Haruna Iddrisu had a lot on his plate, so we went to him with a proposal of giving training, and he welcomes the idea, and he actually with the Haruna Institute to empower the youth in IT.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So specifically, what did you train your trainees on?
This is the beginning. So if you look at the plan is for us to start off. Everything has a starting point. So this start off that was yesterday was to empower the youth with CCTV camera installation and the configuration of it. So as you saw in there, we imparted the knowledge on how to install cameras and also how to do the configuration today, including the DVR and NVR. So our next package, inshallah, with the full blessing of Honorable Haruna Iddrisu, is for us to give the youth with automated gates.
So you are telling us this is not going to be the end?
No. He has, like I said, Honorable Haruna Iddrisu has just embraced it wholeheartedly. So which means that with what you have seen, everything that is done in here is under his under his watch. The budget and everything is from Hon.Haruna Iddrisu. Okay. So basically, the next plan, he's going to sponsor it again, and we're going to have much bigger place to run it.
How many trainees did you have?
On record, we have. I really don't know the figure because I am actually training, but I know we have about more than 70.
Okay,
72,
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so how much did they pay you before the training?
It's absolutely free. Absolutely free. All has been absorbed by Honorable Haruna Iddrisu. So this is to tell you that Honorable Haruna Iddrisu has really the heart for the youth, because as I said yesterday, one of his keynote speech that he gave was if this country is to move forward, it's actually the youth that needs to be empowered. And he gave us flashback as a Minister of Trade and Industry, the theft and the corruption that is in there. To curb those things, they will need to put powerful CCTV camera installation at that. So all this thing goes along to tell you that this man really has a very good vision.
Dumana wouldn't that it's Tamilana. I go back to Sura, Tina Warlana, and I'm a Sala, go to Masulana, Dumaka Shabolo, Umpala Ako, Tijama Asabas, I wouldn't the world tongue, and I'm a Jimosa Cabal de Biago, the Kamaya, Juma, in the Mallet to take out the Sura.